Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Hilman Zakwan Rafiq with assistant code SKY or Sky. So in this video, I'm gonna explain you the third module, which means flow control program. So in this module, we have three topics. So the first topic is logic, relational, and procedure. The second topic is if-else. The third topic is switch case. So before we go into it, we need to know what is the Booleans mean. So the Boolean operation are logical operations that only procedure a true or false value. These operations are often used to determine the next action to be performed by a program in branching or looping. The Boolean data type requires the use of the std_bol.h header. The std_bol.h header in C is used to perform operations related to Boolean expression. So next, we have Boolean operation table, but before we go into it, we need to know what is Boolean. So Boolean operation is a logical operation that only produces a true or false value. So in this, we need the header with std_bol.h. Okay, next, so we jump into the table. So in this table, we have Boolean operators with two different types. So the first is equal. So in C, it's a double equal, and in algorithm, it's just an equal. For example, A double equal B. It means values true if the value of A is the same as the value of B. Second, it's less than. In C, it's less than. In algorithm, it's the same, which means less than. For example, A less than B means values true if the value of A is less than the value of B. So the third is less than equal. In C is less than and equal. They are separated. In algorithm, it's just like a basic algorithm symbol is less than equal. For example, is A less than equal B means value true if the value of A is less than or equal to the value of B. And the fourth, there is more than. In C, it's more than, and also in algorithm, it's more than. For example, A more than B means it has a true value if the value of A is greater than the value of B. The five is more than equal. In C, it's more than and equal. They are separated. In algorithm, it's just like a basic symbol in arithmetic. It's more than equal. For example, A more than equal B means it has a true value if the value of A is greater than or equal to the value of B. And the six is not equal. In C, there is a exclamation mark and equal. They are separated. In algorithm, like a basic symbol in arithmetic is not equal. For example, A not equal B means value true if the value of A is not the same as the value of B. So next we have operation logic table. So in this table we have two different variables. So if they both have a same condition, which means false condition, in the AND logic, it has false condition. In OR logic, it has false condition. And also in XOR logic, it has false condition. If one of two variables has true condition, in the AND logic, it has false condition. In the OR logic, it has true condition. In the XOR logic, it has true condition. If they are both same has a true condition, so in the AND logic they has true condition. In the OR logic they has true condition. In the XOR logic they has false condition. And at the bottom of the table there is the way how we type the operators. So if we want to type operators AND, we type double N. And if we want to type or operator, just type double to strike line. And if we want to write not operator, we just type exclamation symbol. If we want to type X or operator, we need to type power symbol. And the right side of the table, they has one variable. If the A variable has a false condition, in not A variable, it has true condition. If A variable has a true condition, in not A variable, it has a false condition.
Hello everyone, my name is Zina Ramadan and my assistant code is ZII. And this time I will explaining about basic theory of if-else. So the if statement is a type of branching statement that will execute an action if a condition is true. If-else is used when there is only one condition, while if-else is used when there are two or more conditions. So here we have the basic structure of if-else. First, if we have conditions, and then the conditions value is true, the if will print the action, also the if else and else. So here we got the simple example of if else. So if we have a weight of less than equal than 100, they will print valid and please enter if the value is true. And else, if the value is false, they will print invalid. So this can be represented as if the weight is less than or equal to 100, the program will display valid. Please enter, otherwise it will display invalid. Okay, hello everyone. This time I will explaining to you guys about one actions if else conditions. So first, we have the conditions in if the number is modulo to 2, it will result 0. If this condition is true, it will print the even number. If the condition is false, it will print the odd numbers. So we give it a try. Okay, so let's say we will print 5. The output is gonna be odd number because 5 is not if be divided by 2, 5 is not even number. So we're gonna try the true conditions. So here input 20, the output will be even number because 20 is even number. Okay, next I will explain to you guys about two action if else conditions. So the difference between one action is and two actions is in this condition of if. This if he has or got two conditions using string compare. So string compare is a string to compare two string. So this is in this example we got a username that Daskom and password laboratory. So in this condition, if this two condition is true, so we will print login successful and please continue. If this password is false and username is false, it will print login valid. So we give it a try. So if we input the username is true but the password is wrong, let's say 123, it will output login valid because this is two actions condition. So we give a try the true examples. If we input the username Daskom and then the password is laboratory, which means is the true password, it will print login successful and please continue. So
hello everyone, my name is Ramran Namadia Putra with the assistant code Ray. In this time, I will be explaining about a basic theory for module 3 in the case of switch case. Before we get to the code, we have to know the definition of what is a switch case. In this presentation, a switch case is a type of branching that allows for multiple conditions at the same time. For a simpler explanation that maybe can explain more, switch case is similar to if-else conditions, where switch case can do multiple conditions at the same time. Now, what makes switch case different than if-else? Firstly is that it has 3 commands to execute the principle of a switch case, and maybe something more relevant is that switch case is more easier to read for the users or the dev. We go back to the 3 commands of switch case. In this case, we go for the first one, which is the switch. The switch is a command that receives a variable value to be checked or evaluated with the value in the case, which is our next command. In the case section, it contains the command that may execute or will execute if the value of the switch is met with the requirements. If any of those requirements are not met in these cases that are in the switch, it immediately goes to the default, which is the command that will be executed if no other option matches the value in the switch. Maybe that's for the section of the basic theory of the switch case. Okay, for the next section, I will show you the coding for the switch case. In this instance, I am going to grab these study case from the module. The first place we have to declare the variable, which is integer menu, before going to the main integer, or in this case it's the void. Now we have our own abbreviations of printf and scanf for the menu before going to the switch case. Whoa. Now for doing this command, we have to use the variable that we have created, which is the menu, and we put it inside here before going to the cases. And here we have 7 cases of different menus. Maybe I'll run the code, and maybe I want to choose 1 because this is the case 1. And if I do that, oh, it gives an output of nasi goreng, which is the command that gives out after it searches for this case 1, which is very nice. But you may be wondering, what is the break here is for? What is the break here is for? Maybe we'll try to remove it and we'll see. We run the code again, and I want to choose some nasi goreng. I like nasi goreng. But oh no, the nasi goreng is also combined with the mee goreng, which is in case 2, which in this case it goes down from case 1 to case 2. So that is the purpose of break. It breaks up the command after a certain case has been found, so it wouldn't like to repeat anything from up to below. So if there's no break from 1 through 7 and I choose nasi goreng, it will also include everything from nasi goreng to everything down here, including the default. Maybe we'll also try to use how the default works. So in this case, I want to choose number 8 because I want to, but oh no, there's no menu. This is the default case, which we have to include in every part of the switch case. Well, maybe that's about it for my explanation. Thank you everybody for listening and watching to this video. Bye bye.